Former Speaker of the House of Representatives Krishna Bahadur Mahara was given a clean sheet in the rape allegation charges which had put him behind bars since October last year. With the acquittal comes Mahara's renewed political journey, which can indeed be intriguing to say the least. Good morning, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan and these are the headlines of the hour. Former Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mahara given clean sheet in the rape allegation case, verdict given on the basis of what is said lack of evidence. Government imposing tax burden even on low-income families, collect 7,000 rupees taxes from a moderate income family. China imposing stricter rules on people's movement in Hubei province. Over 200 Australians flown back home after 14 days in quarantine on remote Christmas Island. And Manchester United stunned Chelsea 2-0 in a match on the English Premier League late last night, keep their chances alive for Champions League berth. Let's begin with national political updates. Krishna Bahadur Mahara was the first speaker in the history of Nepal to be accused of a heinous crime of rape. Following the allegations, Mahara was not only relieved from his post of speaker back in October last year, but he had to stay in judicial custody for almost 4 months. Mahara, who has been in the national politics for more than a decade, was given a clean sheet by the Kathmandu District Court. However, the case has yet to conclude. Furthermore, since the allegations, Mahara has lost reputation in the political fraternity and among the public. We have a report.
The atmosphere at the Kathmandu District Court was tense earlier on Monday, with a huge crowd gathered at the court premises. Majority of those gathered had their eyes fixated on the doors, and the premises had a tight police security. Some of the individuals even had attractive garlands on their hands and were waiting for the release of former Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mahara, who had been in jail for the past 4 months following rape allegations from a female staff at the Parliament Secretariat, Roshni Shahi. On 29th of September last year, Roshni Shahi accused Speaker Mahara of attempted rape. While it was hard to believe for many, Mahara was brought into jurisdiction. The former speaker was arrested on 6th of October from his official residence. The police took Mahara's statements while in custody for much of October. On 29th of October, a case was filed against Mahara at the Kathmandu District Court. 6 days later, the court ordered Mahara to defend the case while in custody. However, on Monday, the Kathmandu District Court acquitted Mahara based on the police reports and statements from the victim, Roshni Shahi.
जारुवाली पीडितले गरिदिएको बकपत्रले प्रतिवादीको इन्कारी बयानलाई पुष्टि गर्दै यी प्रतिवादी वादातको दिन आफ्नो डेरा कोठामा आउँदै नआएको र प्रतिवादीले कुटपिट लगायतका र अभियोग दाबी बमोजिमको कोसिस नगरेको भनी स्पष्ट शब्दमा खुलाइदिएको साथै औँठाको छाप जाँच गर्ने विशेषज्ञले निजको प्रतिवेदन र बकपत्र परीक्षणको लागि पठाइएको गिलास चस्मा लगायतका समेतका भएको औँठाको छाप प्रतिवादीको औँठाको छापसँग तुलनात्मक रूपमा विश्लेषण गर्न नपाइएको भन्ने समेतका आधारमा अभियोग दाबी बमोजिम कसुर गरेको स्थापित नयाँबाट प्रतिवादी अभियोग दाबीबाट सफै पाउने ठहर्छ।
Ruling Nepal Communist Party leader Agni Sapkota currently holds the position of the Speaker. The acquittal means Mahara can resume his job as Speaker at the House of Representatives. However, the case is yet to fully conclude. Government attorneys are preparing to appeal at the High Court, citing lack of proper evaluation of the case.
मुद्दाको निर्णय गर्ने सन्दर्भमा लिएका आधारहरू के कस्ता छन्, ती प्रमाणहरूका आधारमा त्यो मुद्दाको जुन निर्णय आधार छ त्यो निर्णय आधारको अवस्था के हो त्यो विषयलाई विस्तृत रूपमा अध्ययन गरेर फैसलाको पूर्ण पाठ सहितको जानकारी हामीले प्राप्त गरिसकेपछि प्रस्तुत मुद्दामा पुनरावेदनको कारबाही हामी अगाडि बढाउँछौं।
Given that Mahara was compelled by his own party to resign following the allegation, his future in national politics and role in his own party is an intriguing part.
At a time when big business houses are receiving tax rebates and facilities, the government is imposing tax burden on middle-class families. The governments in other countries seem to be relaxed in tax policy, whereas in Nepal, the government is expanding the tax bracket. The Nepal government collects 1% tax from a person with an annual income of 400,000 rupees, which means a person having a monthly income of 33,000 rupees does not have to pay high taxes. However, a person having a monthly income of 66,000 rupees is levied with 30% tax, which is 84,000 rupees annually. In India, any individual having an annual income of 800,000 rupees does not have to pay income taxes. In SAARC countries, only Nepal is a country having a provision of more than 30% personal income tax. In Nepal, 36% tax is levied for an annual income of more than 2 million rupees in comparison to 20% in India. Almost 10 years ago, the government had levied 25% tax for an annual income of 2.4 million rupees. However, now 30% taxes has been imposed for an annual income of 800,000 rupees. The government has imposed the personal income tax policy without any study, leading to high inflation, low reserve and low capital generation. Such a policy has restricted the expansion of investment and industries. The government has imposed 30% corporate tax at a time when the other countries are reducing the tax ceiling. The administration budget of the country has increased with the adaptation of the federal system, as the government has set a target of 860 billion rupees of revenue collection. The government imposing tax burden on the middle income group does not augur well for the country, for the economy of the country. Asian Development Bank, which is Nepal's second biggest partner in development works, has reported Nepal's disbursement as the weakest in the whole of South Asia. In the annual review meeting held in the capital yesterday, ADB reported that a large portion of investments from donor agencies had not been properly utilized and that development projects were stranded due to Nepal's lack of spending capacity. We have a report.
Asian Development Bank ADB had committed to providing 290 billion rupees in soft loan to Nepal last year. ADB had prioritized drinking water, urban development, energy and transport sectors for investment. Likewise, ADB had pledged to invest around 300 billion rupees in agriculture, rural development and education sectors. However, the government failed to spend even half of the amount. At the event held on Monday, representatives of ADB expressed concerns on the failure to spend 61% of the pledged investment amount,
reaching $323.7 million in 2019. While this is a great achievement as a result of our joint efforts, in terms of disbursement ratio, Nepal's portfolio is lagging behind most other countries in South Asia.
The ADB had aimed at contracting 38.1 billion rupees last year. However, it was only able to sign agreements with contractor companies for projects worth 25 billion rupees. Meanwhile, the costs for the contracted projects too have gone up, as the projects could not gain the desired momentum due to government staff adjustments and obstructions from the locals, among other reasons. ADB has identified the lack of coordination between ministries, lack of skilled human resources, and several social issues as the reasons behind the inability to spend the pledged investment amount. Meanwhile, the Finance Ministry has said the report had paved way for improvements in future and that it was preparing to change relevant laws and processes to enhance government disbursement.
We are in the process of drafting the new public procurement law, environmental forest laws, and have to set up the high-level project coordination mechanism in OPMCM as well as the Ministry of Finance. That will surely support for the smooth operations of the projects in days to come.
Apart from ADB, several other partner organizations too have expressed dissatisfaction towards Nepal government's disbursement. There is a call for the government to facilitate more spendings in order to utilize the pledged grants and soft loans at the earliest.
And in our Public Voice segment, we had asked the local level officials gathered for an event in Bara district what problems have they faced while carrying out development works due to the lack of coordination between the local levels. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public voice.
जुन पालिकामा चाहिँ समन्वय राम्रो छ त्यसमा विकासको गति पनि अगाडि बढेको छ जुनमा अप्ठ्याराहरू छ त्यसमा विकास पनि हुन सकेको छैन किनकि नीति निर्माणमा जनप्रतिनिधिहरू हुन्छन् कार्यान्वयनमा ब्युरोक्रेसी हुन्छ
विषयगत शाखाहरू त जिल्लाबाट गाउँपालिकामा धेरै आए तर विषयगत शाखाहरूमा चाहिँ जनशक्ति कर्मचारीको अभावले गर्दा चाहिँ जनताको काम चाहिँ सजिलो तरिकाले टाइममा भइरहेको छैन
जनप्रतिनिधिदेखि लिएर आम पब्लिकसम्म समन्वय नहुँदाखेरि विकासको काममा धेरै नै अवरोध भइरहेको छ
जनप्रतिनिधिहरूले आफ्नो चाहिँ अब कर्तव्य र अब अधिकारका कुराहरूमा पनि अहिलेसम्म अलिकति के गर्ने हो हामीले भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ कन्फ्युजनमै परेको कारणले पनि अलिकति काम गर्न असहज देखिन्छ
ओडादेखि नगर प्रमुखसँगका जनप्रतिनिधि प्रमुख प्रशासकीय योजना शाखा प्राविधिक शाखा र लेखा शाखा बीचमा चाहिँ वास्तवमा चाहिँ आफ्नो जिम्मेवारीको विषयमा तालमेल नमिल्नाले चाहिँ स्थानीय तहका चाहिँ विकास निर्माणहरू एकदमै अवरुद्ध भएका छन्
समन्वय अब कार्यालयसँग नापी मालपोतसँग समन्वय नहुँदाखेरि कतिपय अवस्थामा अथवा धेरैजसो अवस्थामा यो समस्याहरू आएको छ
And now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it texts us with their opinion.
Public Pulse.
What's your take on the government charging taxes even on the small incomes? Your options are A, an effort to systematize, option B, compulsion to raise revenue, and option C, tightening control on medium-income families. The voting is on. Tab NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share opinion with us. And let's move on to sports update.
Sports news.
Manchester United stunned Chelsea 2-0 in the match on the English Premier League late last night. With the win at Stamford Bridge, the visitors have kept their hopes of top 4 finish still intact. Anthony Martial gave the visitors the much-needed lead at the stroke of interval. Chelsea's goal immediately after resumption was disallowed through VAR reference. One earlier decision also went against Chelsea as the match remained tense throughout. Harry Maguire doubled the lead for Manchester United as he headed home off a Bruno Fernandes corner. Manchester United now have 38 points and desperately need to win a majority of remaining matches to keep their hopes alive for Champions League berth. And time now for our special segment, Sports Buzz.
Machindra Club created history in Nepalese football by lifting their maiden Artist Memorial A Division League football title. In the last undecisive match of the league, Machindra scripted a narrow 1-0 win over Tribhuvan Army Club. In a tightly competed match, the Lady Luck favoured Machindra as they scored by virtue of an own goal conceded by the Army men. The blunder was made by Vikas Tamang in the 33rd minute of the match as Machindra held on to their one-goal advantage till the end of the match to lift the coveted A Division League title. Prior to the season started, Machindra had formed the star-studded lineup, contracting players from 3-star and Manang Mersangdi as the efforts bore fruits, giving them their first ever A Division League title. Winners, Machindra bagged 5 million rupees along with the trophy, while the first runner-up, Army, settled for 3.5 million rupees. Tribhuvan Army's Bharat Khawas was declared the best striker of the just concluded A Division League football. Khawas was instrumental in a good performance put by the Army men, as they finished second behind Machindra. Khawas scored 4 goals in the ongoing season to take his A Division goal tally to 50 goals. Likewise, 3-stars Ananta Tamang was adjudged best defender and Machindra's Bisal Rai best midfielder. Marang's custodian Deep Kharki was voted the best keeper, while the best goals award went to Machindra's Prabes Katwal. NRT's Darshan Gurung walked away with the emerging player and 3-star bagged the Fair Play Award.
And that's all for the moment. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTVSD. Good day.